Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be walking you through how you can send iMessages inside of Hubspot using Tuco AI. So Tuco AI lets you automate iMessages, and we have a native integration with Hubspot. I just wanted to help you set it up and just go through the quirks of making sure you're not getting banned by Apple. First things first, I'm gonna go into app.tuco.ai. If you don't have a line or if you haven't purchased it, can't really use this tool. Once you're done with all that stuff, you're gonna go right into integrations on the left hand side. I'm gonna click on integrations, and then right below integrations you're gonna see API keys, CRM connectors, and all that. Click on CRM. That's this button right here. There you go, and you see connect HubSpot. Let's do it. Connect with HubSpot. All right, I want to choose the workspace that I want to install this on. Click on choose account. All right, connect app, accept the risk. All right, there you go. Once you're done with that, it's gonna just like automatically, you want to click on test scopes, you want to see contacts, all this, or if your leads are going to start flowing in. Okay, perfect. Now why don't we try sending a test iMessage to see if that kind of comes in. All right, so I'm gonna go into my HubSpot, click on automation, and click on workflows. All right, now I'm gonna create a new workflow. So go here, top right, big orange button that says create workflow, create from scratch. All right, so you want to probably use Tuco for something like form fills, ads. That's our main thing. We're not built for bulk texting. iMessage is gonna get you banned for bulk texting anyway. Think of it as a speed delete tool. In this case, and you want to probably trigger this when someone fills out a form. I'm going to click on trigger manually, but then you want to click on contact. Is that a contact level? Click on save and continue. All right, so then it's going to ask you for the action. On the left hand side, you want to scroll down. You're going to see Tuco AI texting automation, and then you're going to click on send iMessage. All right, for phone number, we only accept E.164 phone numbers. What is that? It's a phone number format, and you can check this using something like, just search for a free tool, and you can see if that is stored properly in your CRM. Okay, cool. So in this case, I have it set up properly, so I'm going to search all data and click on phone number. All right, perfect. Now you can like say something like, hey, name, do I have their name? All right, first name. I want you to pay attention here. If you don't have someone's first name and then you use it in this message, it will not go out. One important thing about this next step, which is attachment URL. I want you to pay attention to this. Attachment URL means you can send voice notes and all that good stuff, but you can only send it as a follow-up. You can't send the first ever text to someone as a voice note in iMessage, right? So the first text always needs to be a plain text. First text also cannot contain links. You can't do anything weird. It has to be a plain text, just like how a human would do it, so that you don't get banned on iMessage. So in case you want to actually do that, what you can do is you can go into app.tuco.ai, you can click on leads right here, and then on the top you're going to see upload audio, right? And you can drag and drop your files and copy it, or you could use any publicly available URL. So what I mean by that is don't use YouTube links and all that. Just open it in incognito, and you must be seeing an interface like this. That means it's public. We can't load stuff like Vimeo or anything like that. But in this case, because it's the first ever text, I'm not going to do any of that. line selection. So what is that? Tuco has multiple phone lines. right? We have multiple phone lines. I can't see. Okay, so I have one phone line here. So it sends out from that particular phone line. So you can either copy it and then restrict it to send from a particular line, or you can send it from any line here. This is in the case where you have one or two phone numbers, or you want to route it based on a specific sales rep. Now, the mistake that most people do is like they would put a random phone number. Do not do this, right? And then keep this empty on the first message to someone. All right, those are the only two mistakes you could possibly make. Click on save. All right, so I'm going to click on test. I'm going to try testing it on myself. Do I have myself? Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I can't test this way. But one thing I want you to pay attention to is basically if you send the same message to that same guy, like you do that only when you're testing, the second message could be deduped. What I mean by that is basically we don't want to send any sort of spam messages out there. So if you go into the Tuco interface and then click on activity logs, in case someone got propped, the second message got propped, you can see all of that here. All right, perfect. So I'm just gonna enroll myself. Click on manually enroll. So when you're testing, in case you're getting the first text but not getting the second text, what you can do is like just add a dot just to test it. Right here, I'm gonna click on choose individual contacts. Search for all right. Hold on. Okay. Save and roll. Next. Turn on workflow. All right. Now to debug, you can also click on enrollment history, and then you can see like every step someone took. Right. So the action succeeded. I should be getting that text on my phone. All right. I got it. You see two bubbles because I sent it to myself, but it's pretty much how you do it. If you want to include a voice note, you can do that. There's an hourly limit of 7 new contacts per hour. There's a daily limit of 50 per phone per day. If you go over those limits, messages will kind of like get rescheduled to kind of like save your line. But yeah, in case you run into any blocks, you can just like check activity logs. You can also click on support and raise a support ticket, and then everything is also like a two-way sync. So once you have the message actually go out, I'm gonna try checking it here, which is all right. Okay, so you're gonna see sent a message, received a message, right? Let's say you want to respond to them within within Hubspot. What you can do is like click on customize here, and okay, you want to click on action. Sorry, you're going to click on default view, and then you can click on this plus button, and then you can go into card library, search for Tuco, and then add that card, right? So now you can kind of like save and exit, and then you can use this to kind of like receive back to them, reply back to them, sorry. Click on send. All right, I got that, so that's pretty good. In case you want to call them, it's like a two-way sync between Tuco as well as like Go High. I don't know why I keep saying Go High Level, but yeah, it's a two-way sync. You can go into the Unibox and see all of this. In case you want to call them, you can do that if you have a phone line by clicking on this, and then yeah, that's pretty much how you use Hubspot with Tuco. The only two things to avoid is like make sure the phone number is valid, right? Like keep it using the country code. Make sure you're not sending any links, attachments in the first text. They will be dropped. Make sure you don't send the same text again twice in a row to the same contact. That will be caught inside of activity logs. Don't go over 50 a day. Just get a new line. You will get banned. Yeah, there you go.